Hi, my name's Hazem Gaber, and today we're going to look at the ninth project management principle, which is complexity. Complexity is the ability to continually evaluate the project so that plans can be navigated throughout the life cycle. Complexity is the result of human behavior, systems, and ambiguity. It can emerge anytime during the project. It can be introduced by conditions that affect value, scope, stakeholder risk, technology, innovation, many different things. So, a project team must be vigilant in identifying elements of complexity, and they must reduce complexity's impact. So, remember that from the previous principle, a project is a bunch of systems that interact with each other, and they're always changing. And because we don't even know, sometimes we don't even know the full scope of work that we got into, we always have complexity. Now, we can't always foresee complexity because there's many different risks, events, and relationships, and a few items can converge to produce a single complex effect, which makes it difficult to isolate. Project complexity occurs as a result of individual elements within the project and the project as a whole. So, complexity can be amplified when we have many stakeholders, especially many diverse stakeholders such as regulatory agencies, financial institutions, vendors, specialty subcontractors, and local communities. And think of building a train system, for example, like a light rail train, a metropolitan, like LRT. Those projects always end in disaster because there's a lot of different types of stakeholders. It's just a railroad track, but there's community, people don't want it, there's different sources of funding, there's different contractors, there's many different pieces to the puzzle, and that results in complexity. So, what are the four sources of complexity? Number one is human behavior. People always screw things up. So, they can have their own agendas that conflict with the project's goals, and they can also have many different people in different time zones with languages and cultures. Second, of course, is the systems, which we've already talked about. When different systems, especially different technology systems, interact, sometimes they don't interact well. That leads to risk or unforeseen issues. Third, we have uncertainty. So, ambiguity is a state of being unclear. So, we don't know what to expect or how to comprehend the situation. Uncertainty can be the lack of understanding or awareness of issues, events, paths, and solutions. It deals with probabilities of alternative actions, reactions, and outcomes. It also includes black swans and unknown unknowns, which are emerging factors that are completely outside our knowledge. Within a complex environment, uncertainty can combine to blur causal relationships to the point where probabilities are ill-defined. And fourth, we have technological innovation. Technology can disrupt products, services, ways of working, processes, tools, techniques, procedures, and more. Innovations have fundamentally changed the way that we perform project work. New technology will be used, contributes to complexity. Innovation has the potential to help a project move towards a better solution, but it can also disrupt the project when there's many unknowns. Complexity can emerge and impact the project in any area at any point in the project's life cycle. Therefore, we must be able to identify elements of complexity throughout the project by looking at every project component in isolation and the project as a whole. By having knowledge of systems and experience from past project work, and by running experiments, and by being willing to learn, we can navigate complexity when it emerges. If you have any questions, please post a comment.